Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patsun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/marriage, where OP just fell right into that trap. Let's begin. My girlfriend turned baby mama cheated on me. I found the guy and her lies fell apart. Posted by Reddit user Weird Fossa.
Found out girlfriend turned baby mama is in a 3-month relationship with another guy. What do I do? So I'm on here for some advice. My ex and I have been together for 1.5 years. During that time we have a baby together. I fully intended on marrying her. I made this clear to her and her father as well. However, 3 months after our baby was born, she cheated on me with some guy on Tinder. I caught her on FaceTime with him flirting away. I broke up with her after that. We had agreed to work on ourselves to be better for our son and maybe work this out again. I thought it would be about a month tops before we got back together, but it's been almost 3 months as of this post. During that time we were friends. However, we acted like a lot more than friends. We were still physically intimate and, in some ways, more than when we were together. I still took her out on dates as well. I found out yesterday on April 14th that her girlfriend's house that she had started going to a few months back was actually the house of the guy she cheated on me with. So she had been going over there with our son and by herself at times for 3 months multiple times a week. I found out his contact on her phone is husband, so they obviously have a relationship together. She had told me when I found out she cheated on me that she stopped talking to him, and told me when I confronted her about the contact's name that she had been talking to a guy for a couple weeks and had feelings, but it wasn't an official thing. Obviously this was a lie, as she had been seeing him almost every other night since we broke up. Do I message him and expose her for cheating on him the last couple months? I have pictures of us kissing and lying on each other during this time. Since she had kept it hidden, I had no idea she was in another relationship. Knowing my ex and the red flags she presents, like the multiple times she cheated on me, I don't think her new relationship will last. Should I let him know that she had been cheating on him? I still love her, and unfortunately finding out the thousands of lies she told me to hide this guy really made me lose feelings. Also, she still lives with her parents. Should I let her dad know of his daughter's activities, as she has been lying to them as well? I already let her dad know she moved on to a new relationship, so he would stop thinking I was going to be his future son-in-law. He was shocked and said his daughter needs to focus on herself and the baby, not jumping into a new relationship. So her parents are completely clueless. I am 24 and she is 23. Please give me some advice. I don't want to be reaching or overreacting. Should I just let this go? I'm kinda upset about it because she took my son to the park with this guy when I had been asking to go to the park with him, and she kept telling me no because of his allergies. Literally the day after I asked. Also, she still doesn't want to admit that she has been going to his house.
OP, I have no idea what is going through your mind. She cheated on you multiple times and obviously have zero respect for you. The baby is most probably not yours, and yet you still want to stay with her? For what reason? Are you some form of masochist? Or are you just that pathetic that you actually believe this is what a healthy relationship is like and you will find no one else better other than a cheating hoe? Don't tell me it's because of the kid, because OP, if you raise a child with this woman, that kid is gonna get fucked up in the head. It is much better to have 2 separate households with one of them being stable rather than staying in one home that is extremely toxic. I mean, just look at this comment exchange between you and another Reddit user.
1. Are you sure the kid is yours? 2. She is cheating on you with him, and cheating on him with you. What would you expect from telling him that he would leave her, but you yourself wish not to? 3. She has been cheating on you to such degree, not just a one-off drunk kiss. You still want her. Or is it just the thought of losing her? Or that of losing? Some people would go all out to win a relationship back when losing to another, but in reality, the person is not really that eager to be in that relationship in the first place. 1. Funny that you asked if I'm sure the kid is mine. I'm Hispanic and she is black. My kid came out lighter than me with light straight hair and blue eyes. I know their eye color can change up till 9 months, but I don't see it changing, and he is 6 months already. 2. She cheated on me with him, and now that she is with him, she is cheating on him with me. Yes, I do expect he would leave her. I myself have a kid with her, and really that's the main reason I still cared to have a relationship with her. Family is really important to me, and I wanted to give my son that perfect family. As far as him being with her, He doesn't lose anything by leaving her. I'm sure he has other options. 3. The times she has cheated on me were when she went to a guy's house late at night and lied to me about it. Did they kiss? I have no idea. I'm sure they did. Anything more than that, highly unlikely. Constant messaging exes after we discussed talking to exes. Lying about that too. Messaging guys on Tinder early on in the relationship and lying about it until I confronted her about it. Her excuse was he is a guy that they were just talking and he lives far away. Probably all lies as well. I wanted her still because I love her, and love is supposed to be forgiving, and because we had a son, I was really wanting this to work out. I also hoped she would mature and grow up eventually. And yes, I am jealous, and it hurts going some other guy is touching and making out with the woman I thought I was going to marry.
We filed for divorce. My marriage is officially over. Posted by Reddit user NoHistorian2115.
My wife and I have been happily, at least I was, married for 5 years. We dated for 4 years before marriage and it was a very exciting time. Basically, we had a lot of sex and enjoyed each other's company so much. We were best friends and crazy in love. At least that's what I experienced. The last 2 years of marriage were tough. Trying and failing to have a baby, 2 consecutive miscarriages, and a loss of a loved one all had a toll on our physical and mental health. However, we remained very much close and supported each other. Lately, I sensed my wife was distancing away from me and she suddenly decided to put on hold trying to have a baby until she figures herself out. After I insisted on answers, I'm part of the baby project. She admitted to have lost sexual interest and attraction to me since at least a year, and she have often forced herself to have sex with me for the sake of a baby. She was terrified of saying anything on her own, and she's been seeing a therapist without me knowing. After several nights of constructive conversations where I recommended starting couple therapy, she said that what made things worse for her is a strong limerence she has been feeling towards a new coworker who started 4 months ago.
By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
And she is unable to stop fantasizing about him. She swears that she has been trying to avoid him, but to no avail. I know there is no affair because she always comes early from work, and we stay together on holidays and weekends. But I have this nagging feeling that my marriage might be over and no couples therapy can save it. I am heartbroken and feeling betrayed. Update 1. We've been talking a lot openly and constructively with many emotions involved. She still says she does not know if she wants to end the marriage and she hasn't made her mind up, but it is still a possibility. She is afraid of the consequences and potential regret afterwards. She often asks me if I'm willing to live with someone like her who doesn't love me as I love them, and if I want to live a sexless marriage. She asks if I'm willing to miss out on life, sex, and love just because of her. She thinks she doesn't have the energy to see couples counseling and she isn't totally convinced that it will help. She refuses to change jobs, at least for the foreseeable future. I know she has invested a lot in it and she is one of the most devoted employees there with a bright future with the company. Also, she feels like her coworkers and boss are her second family, and it would be extremely difficult for her to quit. She firmly insists that nothing is going on between her and the coworker, no texting, no flirting, no one-on-one meetings, and very minimal contact, only when other employees are around. She believes that even if we divorce, there is not even a slight chance for a viable relationship with the coworker. She says the latter also chose to distance himself and apologize to her for his unprofessional behavior. She said she wants space again, without questions from me or pressure for a while. We decided to take time away from each other, with no contact unless necessary to reflect and heal a bit for 1 week. I'm at home and she is staying with her relatives who live nearby. From my perspective, things are still going in the direction of divorce, which I don't wish to happen, at least until we try to shake things up and see couples counseling. If it doesn't work after that, then I will seek divorce. But I don't want to live my life thinking that we could have done something. Update 2. 2 weeks have passed since my wife and I separated. She calls me daily to check on me, and we both feel emotional and sometimes cry. She returns home tomorrow but still feels lost and undecided about what she wants. She longs for our good old days but also says she has been feeling empty and unhappy in our marriage for quite some time. I still insist that we can fix things and bring back the attraction and emotional connection we once had. It takes effort and commitment to make things work, even if they don't eventually. I have been seeing a marriage counselor who assured me that things might still work out and we can be a happy couple again, but it requires commitment from both of us. She tells me that she feels deadly guilty and miserable for putting me in this dire situation and breaking my heart and my trust. She now thinks she was never a good partner to me and was rarely excited to do anything she wanted with me, especially after the marriage. She told me about her dreams, fantasies, and things that excited her in a relationship. But for some reason, she has always felt that I wasn't the one she wanted to do those things with, and she hated herself every day for it. She says, I am a fantastic person with all the great qualities a woman wants in a man, being loyal, caring, gentle, romantic, loving, and so on. Still, she had always felt an emptiness inside her and that something was missing to make her fulfilled. She thought a baby might be the cure for this, and the 2 miscarriages made her profoundly depressed and devastated. She is afraid of divorce for social reasons and she doesn't want to end up alone, but at the same time, she is also afraid of breaking my heart again if things do not work out. As for her feelings for the coworker, she says that she had no control over them. And they just happened out of the blue and made her feel young, desired, excited, and euphoric like a 16-year-old teenager. She says she hasn't had such feelings in many years and missed them. However, she swears to me that no actual affair is taking place, that she doesn't want to be in a relationship with that guy, and that she doesn't want to shit where she eats. She said that she told me about her limerence because it was a sign, at least to her, that our marriage was unfulfilling, dysfunctional, and wanted us to be honest and transparent. I am still super confused right now. I love her so much and miss her so damn much. I can't stop thinking about her and us as a couple. I still can't fathom the fact that this might be over. I still can't imagine myself with another woman and her with another man. I can't believe this is happening to me. I never imagined it in my entire life. I always felt she was the one. I want a divorce to relieve myself and her from any further pain, but I wish we could agree to fix things. Many contradictory emotions at the same time. I'm exhausted, sick, and emotionally drained. Update 3. I have posted on other subs about my marriage and how it is falling apart after my wife confessed about being limerent to a coworker and having intense feelings towards him. She has been unhappy in our marriage for at least a year. We have been together for 9 years, married for 5 years. Although she says I'm a good and decent husband, and I know I am, she blames me for what happened. I love her so much and want nothing more than for her to be happy. I have been loving, caring, romantic, and providing on all scales, financial, social, emotional, and sexual. At least that's what I would like to believe, and I have a lot of evidence to support it. I'm not saying her feelings are not valid, they are. I have many flaws, but who is perfect? I can be annoying, clumsy, and passive at times. I can be forgetful and irresponsible about some stuff, but who isn't? I'm working on myself to change. She too has a lot of flaws that make me go nuts, but I have never thought about hooking up, cheating, or befriending women I find attractive. She was and still is the only woman I have been with for 9 years. In my eyes, she is the sexiest woman in the world and I tell her that, and I behave as such. I have always supported her dreams and tried my best to fulfill her wishes. She makes me feel like the luckiest man in the world. She knows all that and acknowledges it. I've put myself second to her and have even rejected high-paying job offers that required constant traveling and moving towns to start a family with her. I wanted that. I prefer family to work. We have no kids yet. We had a tough 2023 with 2 consecutive miscarriages and fertility issues. She has felt empty, invisible, and worthless for many, many years, she says, even before we got together. Something that I did not understand until she was diagnosed with depression. She also feels our marriage had many problems and made her unhappy. I now know that it had a major communication problem. She tends to avoid conflict as much as possible with everyone, not just me, and has never spoken to me about any issues until she exploded now. She never communicated her unmet emotional needs, and she doesn't know what they are. When I ask her about her emotional and sexual desires and fantasies, she always replies, "You are my favorite fantasy." Obviously, I wasn't. This new coworker came in 4 months ago and she fell hard for him. No affair is going on and I have solid confirmation. She is limerent for him, and her feelings are getting stronger daily. She confessed it. He makes her feel intense emotions, desirable, and somebody when she is around him. She believes he is perfect even though I'm better looking. That's just bullshit. She felt this with me at the beginning of our relationship, but when things have calmed down as they should, she thought we have failed and love has died. She insists on having no intention of leaving me for him, but I wouldn't bet on that. Anyway, she feels super guilty and shameful, but blames me for this turmoil and her limerence, and I don't know what to believe or what to do. And now, for OP's final update. After months of drama and misery, where I was caught off guard by my wife when she suddenly put our baby project on pause, I filed for divorce. She does not love me anymore and has been not satisfied with the marriage for the past 2 years, as she puts it. She finally confessed to having an affair with her coworker that stretched for a little more than 3 months, after which it was paused so she could figure herself out. She finally said she did not want to work on our marriage because she obsessively wanted to be with the other man and initiate a relationship with him. So that's it. A 9-year relationship, 5-year marriage, ended in the most horrible way for me. The woman I thought would be my lifelong lover and partner betrayed me and dumped everything we had and might have had together to be with another man. I hope she will be happier. I really do wish her the best.
Okay, so what did we learn here? If a woman starts spouting nonsense like finding herself or figuring herself out, it just means that she couldn't get a commitment out of the guy she's having an affair with. That or she's testing out the single life. Either way, you fell right into her trap and gaslighted you into thinking that you were the problem. She kept you around as a safety net and now you're suffering for it because you believed her. You absolute buffoon. Listen, OP, she will come running back when the other man dumps her. Don't fall for her bullshit again. You better thank your lucky stars that you didn't have a baby with that woman. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.